Welcome to fall and September here. One of the hot topics in August was Google and consent mode. And Google had alerted some advertisers that if they didn't have their consent mode and cookie tracking setting up properly, they would remove some conversion data within Google Ads or conversion actions. And this is important because that's the lifeblood of getting success on Google Ads, and also something that's very important that you should be adhering to due to the new laws and legislation. And right now it's in the EU, but it's moving to more locations and is here in the US on a state-by-state basis. But I wanted to break down what this means for you and how to make sure that you are in compliance. So many of the best campaigns that work in Google Ads are those that are optimizing towards conversions. And if you don't have your cookie consent and set up and your consent mode correct, you actually can't track things legally, right? And so Google Ads is saying, I want to move away from this if you are doing things incorrectly. I don't want to be on the hook for tracking this. So it's going to be removed out of the account. And that could cause chaos for campaigns. So instead of shooting towards a certain conversion action, if that goes away, things could go haywire. And so Google did come out with two kind of newish tools, one being tag diagnostics. And with tag diagnostics, you can kind of just make sure that you have all of your conversion linker tags set up correctly, that your Google tag is on all of your pages. And you can find this right within Google Ads. It's in the tools section. So that's one thing that Google has released just to kind of give you the lay of the land with some of your tags and what is set up correctly and what isn't. And then the bigger issue is even more than just ads, and it's the kind of cookie consent management setup and just consent management in general, let's say. So they have a streamlined solution now that works well with Tag Manager and works with a bunch of their CMP partners where you can now streamline everything. And they have a list of some fully integrated CMPs that you can work with, or consent management platforms. And some of those include CookieBot, Ayubenda, User-Centrics. They've got a whole list of everything that works well with them. So if you're trying to get this set up for the first time, I'd recommend that you use something that Google is aware of and is recommending. And then with everything else that they've got now with Google Ads and Analytics and Tag Manager, there's a simplified banner installation that you can do and set up if you have any technical acumen. And you can make sure that that's working right within Tag Manager. So they've got some tools for you here. And I want to just tell you why it's important. It's important because you don't want to set yourself up for a lawsuit or to do something that is against the law. And I think it makes sense. A lot of people are freaking out about the fact that those conversions would be removed from campaigns and from accounts. I don't know what else Google would do, right? They know that it's against compliance and they can't be a good faith actor in that, so it's going to be removed. So I think the bigger thing is if you don't have a consent management plan in place, the best day to set that up was yesterday. So it's something we've done a lot here at Cypress North is make sure, especially international clients and traffic, and it's going to be everywhere. But getting that in place now is going to be essential to make sure that you can sleep at night, I would say. So if you have any issues, feel free to reach out to us, because in reality, you shouldn't be tracking a single conversion if you don't have consent management set up in a banner that somebody can opt into. And if you have EU traffic, you're technically, you are out of compliance on that. And again, there are ways that you can set this up that keep tracking, that kind of like save as much tracking as possible and have like as little degradation to your traffic sources. And then there are other ways where on some of the traffic and some of the sources, you are just going to lose the ability to track people until they opt in and say, yes, you can track me. And that is what the law is. So this is all very complex and complicated, but the good news is we have a data team here led by Jack. He's fantastic. And if you want any help, please don't hesitate to reach out, as we can help you get your consent management set up correctly.